Okay, I got pleasantly surprised by the announcement teaser for the upcoming Elden Ring DLC called Shadow of the Erdtree. A trailer with more details would have been better, but nevertheless, I'm stoked for some DLC news. So, let's analyze the release concept art to see what we can expect from the next installment for Elden Ring. The first detail I noticed are the gravestones which litter the image set in a dawn or dusk setting, though instead of ordinary physical gravestones, they are spectral. Keep that detail in mind since it will be relevant later. Next up is a giant tree in the distance, which is the reason for the name of the DLC. That tree is the Erdtree, an Erdtree which never fully grew to its full potential. Hence, the Erdtree lingers on the fringes and in the shadow of the Erdtree in Leyndell. Although while similar to the Erdtree, it too differs in several aspects, with the plentiful black branches being one example. As such, there's also the possibility that this is a new tree altogether we never heard of before. Now, these two details are already interesting, but the best is in the foreground of the image. A humanoid person riding on a steed which is either Torrent or another spectral steed similar to it. Neither the identity, gender, nor even the age can be assessed from this angle. As such, that being could be a man, a woman, or even a child. Only the braided golden hair is a key feature with which we can identify this mysterious figure. These are all of the relevant details from the concept art. Now, what can we expect from the upcoming DLC? Overall, we have 3 hints in this picture pointing towards Miquella being the center focus of Shadow of the Erdtree. The most obvious hint is the person riding the spectral steed. The silhouette is especially similar to the one we see in the opening scene of the game, where Miquella is being held by Moog. Solidifying this even more is the fact that we cannot assess anything about a person in terms of age or gender, fitting Miquella's eternal childhood as well as his second identity as Saint Trina perfectly. And apart from the foreground person, the presumed Erdtree plus the spectral gravestones point towards Miquella as well. The Erdtree is obvious since Miquella created it and even embedded himself in the tree to let it grow further. The gravestones, on the other hand, point indirectly to Miquella's connection to Castle Sol, where its inhabitants tried but ultimately failed to raise the dead by summoning on his behalf an eclipse. In summary, we can expect to 100% that Miquella will be at the center of DLC. As to what exactly this will entail can be branched off into several different directions, while not counting any other content besides Miquella. And instead of making many assumptions, I'm going to share with you what I believe we will almost definitely experience in the DLC. We are going to learn more about Miquella, who up to now is a total enigma to all of us. As such, we will get answers to questions such as what happens with him in his cocon, how can he be Saint Trina and who or what exactly is she, and finally, what was or is his overall goal with the Erdtree. We might even go further into the lore of the Outer Gods, since Miquella has some interesting ties to them through his unalloyed golden needle, though I'm not too certain about this. But as to how this will be experienced, I have a solid guess. The DLC experience will contain another dimension due to the lore surrounding Miquella, or rather Saint Trina, wherein Miquella/Saint Trina is connected to dreams. I'm fairly certain that we will enter some form of dreamscape area, which is either just a dream of some sort or actually another realm of existence altogether. A sort of spectral realm where spirits like Torrent reside is also on the table due to the spectral gravestone hint. However, my bet definitely lies with the dreamscape. But perhaps somehow a spectral realm of some sort might be incorporated as well. As of now, I wouldn't rule it out completely. Time travel is certainly also another possibility, since a similar effect is already present in Farum Azula, which I cover in my next upcoming video. So subscribe to see it, since I'm sure you have never noticed it. However, I doubt that we get time travel in this DLC since Miquella never had an association with time manipulation. But yeah, other than that, there isn't really anything else to go on. So far, we only got a single concept art filled with enough details to speculate on for hours. But quality is better than quantity, and as such, I wanna leave it at that with my speculations. Feel free to share your speculations with me in the comments. And also let me know whether you want to hear more of my speculations for the upcoming Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. So stay hyped, and until next time. Ciao.